Hey guys, MJK here with a video on Edgar. I wanted to kind of highlight what his strengths and weaknesses were and compare him to probably the next closest thing, which is Caris. So this is my alt account, and because I don't really care about this account that much, I went ahead and I used like a rainbow shard. I got his 5 limit breaks up so I could unlock the drifter class, and I have maxed it out. So this is his drifter job. Basically the same thing as a gunner, as I mentioned before, but there kind of are a few subtle things that you need to pay attention to. First off, gunman, if you look at it, as I mentioned again, it is thunder physical damage, so in theory you should be able to do a little bit extra damage against water elemental enemies if you use these particular abilities, because in addition to him being a thunder unit, his skills are thunder, so it's kind of like added elemental properties. So we're going to test that out real quick. But if you look through it all, it's pretty much exactly the same as gunner abilities. So one of the cool quirks about him is that because his first job is gunner and his second job is basically gunner again, you are able to double up on these range +1, so you can get, it's kind of like a mini sniper. I mean, range +2, you get an extra range there. Of course, if you could, if you wanted to, you could just use Genius Shooter, which is exactly the same as Shot Mastery +1, and get a little bit extra attack there. But I think probably you want to use some of his uniqueness and take advantage of that rather than just making him exactly like another gunner. So that's what I'm going to do, give them that one extra range. And we can also compare damage, if, you know, with this versus the Shot Mastery, whatever. Now, the other unit that I wanted to compare with, of course, is Caris, because she's the same element, she's a gunner, and she's maxed out the same way. She's a couple levels below, but, you know, it's really not that much of a difference. Actually, I can go ahead and level her up once at least. Make it a little bit closer. So all in all, their stats are pretty similar, but she does have slightly better stats. She has more attack, she has more dexterity, I believe. Maybe like 1 extra agility, and then she has a little bit extra luck. So overall, she is a little better stat-wise, but it's very similar. So she has 338 attack and 256 dexterity. And our boy Edgar has 325 attack and 242 dexterity with 1 lower agility, even though he's 1 level higher. So very similar, but she is a little bit superior stat-wise. But again, he does have that little trick where you can add the extra range, and we'll see if that makes a big difference or not. So let's take them into the one of those arena type of levels. See if we can get them to, if we can see the differences damage-wise and everything like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and lock this. Oh no, I can't do this online because then I can't bring two characters. So yeah, my bad. I'm gonna have to make an offline game here, or go into an offline game. So hopefully this Golem Games level, hopefully it has water element enemies in here. So let's see if that's the case, and I'm gonna go ahead and make another team here. Yeah, we'll just bring these two and just remove everybody else and see what the differences are. I mean, my guess is that the 1 extra range is gonna be pretty nifty, but he's not gonna be like some top tier character or anything like that. So, you know, just don't expect too much. Oh no, it's on auto. Okay, so she did 365 on a neutral element, and this is another neutral element. Let's see how much he does. 324. Okay, so he does a little bit less. Also keep in mind that he does not have the Shot Mastery +1 or the Genius Shooter +1, so that also accounts for a little bit of the difference. But I mean, if it's just like a 40 damage difference, I'd rather get the 1 range. So, okay, so let's see what else we have. We have a water element enemy here. Oh, okay, good. So we have 3 water element enemies. This is perfect. I'm guessing that the back two are going to be the most similar in defense. Lofia is probably going to be a little bit tankier. So why don't we go ahead and... Okay, we'll just get rid of Lofia for now, but don't pay attention to this number too much. Because we're going to compare the back two water element enemies and see how different the damage is. But yeah, I mean, take note of his range. Pretty good. I mean, considering these guys are higher up, normally you suffer range for that. But that's pretty solid. In the winter event extra level, which of course I've been talking about a lot, but that's what a lot of people are interested in right now because it's the hardest and freshest content. He is able to use piercing shot or whatever it's called and hit the center snowball guy at the top from his starting position. So that's really handy. Okay, so here we go. We have this guy coming to us. Her regular attack is going to do 490, but we're not going to compare regular attacks because both of their regular attacks are just single element thunder. So we'll do piercing shot. Okay, so she has 603 against this guy. And let's see what Edgar can do with his extra thunder element attached. Alright, so first of all, okay, we're kind of in the ballpark there. So let's do piercing shot. 651. Okay, so it does do more damage than Caris, even though her regular attack was 40 more damage. He's doing about 50 more with this ability, but it's not like a huge difference. So I mean, kind of in conclusion, it's really cool to get a character. Well, not everybody even has that many range characters, so it's nice to have another range character for free. And Thunder Element is good. But what is really cool about him is the extra range that you can get. The double Thunder Element I don't think is going to be like a huge game changer. I was actually kind of hoping that... okay, so she did 251, he's going to do 247. I was kind of hoping that he would kind of be the free-to-play answer for that extra winter level. And he might still be useful there. I mean, he does have kind of good... He does have the good range and, you know, the right element for it. But he's not going to, like, you know, be the saving grace for you guys. You will still need at least, like, a strong helper. Maybe a friend unit or one of your own. So, yeah. Okay, the dogs are barking, so maybe the time is up here. But, yeah, that's kind of like... The differences are there. It's not huge. One thing I will note... kind of give you guys a heads up and a warning about. I made this video, I sacrificed some resources to make this video for you guys because, again, it's my alt account, I don't really care. But you have to farm up a ton of these drifter hats, so you should probably get a head start on that. You need 60 of these for jobs 9, 10, and 11, so you need 180 of these guys, and it's 20 AP each in one of the new levels. So, yeah. Just wanted to give you a heads up on that and warn you about that because you might be excited to get the shards to limit break him, but you won't have the hats to max him out. So that's my video. Hopefully it was informative. I am going to keep him with this one extra range. The damage difference isn't really huge enough for me to put the other thing on. And I think it's kind of cool, but he's not going to, like, you know, be a superhero for you. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.